Welcome back everyone, Mariah here. In today's video, we're going over the drop that just happened in a Bitcoin. Basically what happened was Kraken has stopped staking on their platform. We do know there was a probe by the SEC, and so that is what has recently dropped the price. We're gonna be going over a bunch of news today in tech as well as cryptocurrency. A lot of things happening. Quite a crazy day, I would say, here in the market. So we saw Bitcoin drop pretty quickly here over the last 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna go be checking traditional markets and seeing what they're up to as well. So the US Treasury 2-year yield has hit 4.5% for the first time since November 30th. The 30-year fixed rate on mortgages are at 6.12% versus 6.09% last week, the first rise in a month. So this is what I believe dropped the price of Bitcoin decently dramatically over the last 30 minutes or so. Kraken, the crypto exchange, has agreed to shutter crypto staking operations to settle the SEC charges announced yesterday. So Amazon earnings showed the largest annual loss ever as a public company. Really quite interesting. Seems like this afternoon just a lot of negative news essentially coming out. Let's see, for the first time ever, there are more jobs in Florida than there are in New York. That is a report from Bloomberg. Yahoo is letting go of 20% of its staff, and 50% of that is coming from the ads team. We know that Disney has laid off 7,000 employees. Unfortunately, local Bitcoin is shutting down after 10 plus years of operation. So for many people, that was the first place they ever bought Bitcoin. And it was actually where you could find people locally in your area to buy Bitcoin from, like in-person transactions. There was also bank transactions as well. Crypto exchange, Kraken faces the SEC probe over unregistered securities. That was reported yesterday. Tether profited $700 million in Q4 of 2022. U.S. jobless claims rise to a one-year high. The Mississippi Senate approves bill protecting the right to run a node and mine Bitcoin. Leading global Bitcoin ATM provider CoinCloud files for bankruptcy. Former Coinbase employee admits to insider trading. Let's see what else we got here. Coinbase CEO says he's heard rumors that SEC wants to ban crypto staking. So this kind of all started unfolding yesterday, and then we had this big announcement this afternoon, which has kind of changed the pace of things. 2/3 of Americans expect the housing market to crash in the next 3 years. Disney, like I said, to restructure into three divisions, seek $5.5 billion in cost cuts and reduce the workforce by about 7,000 jobs. This is really insane to me. I feel like Disneyland has never been busier. I hear about my friends and my family that have recently gone, and it sounds terrible. I mean, you have to like pick an exact date. You have to like pick which park you're gonna start at. You can only cross over to the other park with a hopper pass at 1 p.m. It's like, how is Disney having issues when it comes to making money? There's no issue with the making money. I guess it's coming from the profit side of things. They're just overspending, I guess, way too much. This came out on February 8th, yesterday. Consumers complained about 50% withdrawal fees on Crypto.com exchange. I don't use Crypto.com, but that was basically reported. Robinhood reports a net loss of $1 billion in 2022. So before we go over to the price of Bitcoin, I want to quickly mention iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital is a place where you can actually buy Bitcoin within your retirement account. Imagine buying Bitcoin now and withdrawing it when you're 59 and a half and paying no taxes. That is exactly what a Roth IRA can do for you. You can contribute $7,000 annually to it. And when you use my link down below, you can get $100 in free Bitcoin. Not only can you buy Bitcoin within your IRA account, you can also buy other coins as well as precious metals. So let's go and move on here to the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting at $21,957. Let's zoom out to the weekly chart. So as many of you know, I sold my Bitcoin months and months ago around the $20,000 range. I could have easily bought back at $16,000, $17,000 and made myself a pretty good profit, but I wanted to hold on a little bit longer. I wasn't quite convinced yet that the bottom was in. So I made a big deal about this green crossing over the red. I'm making a big deal about that for a really long time. But what I can say is I anticipated this pullback. I think it can go down to the $20,000 range, but I'm definitely not gonna get too greedy here. I mean, every moment that develops, something new happens. It's also a possibility that the bottom is not in yet. So I am just going to stay patient. And I'm keeping a close eye here on the price action because I might not be looking for a long-term position, but I might be looking for more of a short-term position. So I can see Bitcoin potentially being held up here by this DMA, maybe in the $20,500 range. The daily chart here obviously isn't giving us much hope of a bullish momentum shift here, but this right here is a 12-hour chart, not looking too good. A red 2 trading below a red 1. Let's take a look here at the 4-hour, trending downwards as well. Let's see. And like I said, this breakdown on Bitcoin, with Bitcoin being down about 5% on the day, is probably due to the whole SEC probe when it comes to staking. So this right here is the hourly chart, not looking too good on Bitcoin. Let's see here. This is a 30-minute chart, a red 2 trading below a red 1, not too good. Let's take a look here at the 15-minute chart on Bitcoin. Looking here to see if there's going to be a small little shift to maybe get a little bit of a bounce here, but not even the 1-minute chart is really giving us much. Let's back up to the 5 not really giving us much as well. So I actually might be considered entering a very short-term position, but I haven't really quite seen the opportunity yet. We have Ethereum sitting at 1566. We have Coinbase sitting at 6084. We have Link sitting at 724. DOT sitting at 637. XTZ sitting at 110. Let's see here. We got Nexo coin sitting at 72 cents. So what I'm gonna do next is take a look here at traditional markets. This is a 5-minute chart on Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look here at SPY and see what it's up to on the 5-minute chart. SPY has been trading downwards all day. We saw a little bit of a pump here off of at about 3:30, and I am Puerto Rico time, so that would be 2:30 East Coast time. And so a little bit of a bump here off of that 2:30 Eastern time candle. So across the board, things are looking mostly red when it comes to traditional stocks. Let's take a look here at Tesla. Tesla having a strong day at 210, and that could easily be from this information that is very interesting. So basically this tweet is quite fascinating. It's basically showing that 10 years ago how General Motors had sales of over 150 billion. Tesla was under 1 billion, okay? And then basically Tesla is up to 81 billion. General Motors has grown just 5 billion over the last 10 years. Ford has grown a little bit more. They've grown about, let's see, about 24 billion over the last 10 years. But when it comes to net income today, General Motors is at 10 billion while Tesla is at 13 and Ford is at -2 billion. So I think that news that came out is really helping that Tesla stock be up 5% today. Let's take a quick look. Marijuana stocks right across the board. Weed looking not too good, down 16%. We have Tilray back under $3. So not looking all that great here. Let's take a quick look back over at Bitcoin, see if that minute chart is giving us much. Not really quite anything. So let's go ahead and zoom out back to the hourly chart here. And let's see, this last hourly candle had a high of 22,521 and a low of 21,894. And so let's see here. Let's see, the high earlier this afternoon was just about 22,800. So Bitcoin has fallen about $1,000 over the last few hours. So I hope you found this video enjoyable, helpful. I'm keeping a close eye on things. I'll always let you guys know when I jump back in. And before I go, one last mention of iTrust Capital. Like I said, if you want to even trade within your IRA account, it's only a 1% fee and it's a non-taxable event. That is massive. You can also roll over your 401k, TSP. You can transfer your existing IRA. And what's great about iTrust Capital is that there are no monthly fees. I've heard of other similar platforms charging $150 a month. That's totally gonna eat into your gains over time. So iTrust Capital, no fees on a monthly basis, pretty awesome. So all that I have for you today, and also if you wanna book a call with me, 30 minutes, I have a link down below for that as well. That's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.